this offense, and you're sending a direct message to the opponent. We are going to be physical, and we're going to try to run this thing down your throat.
Yeah, and they got a chance to respond, and the crowd hopefully can get behind them and get back in it. The defense has got to do a better job. We got to stop the run. They got to tackle, get more hats to the football. This will be a challenge. They're going to run the football. They better be man enough to stop it. And that is absolutely not a surprise. Great job by the defense. And what did they do? They doubled. Palmer, you got a #1 receiver out wide that we know they're going to force feed. How do you take it away? How do you send those double teams? What kind of coverages do you mix up? But a lot of attention early on that young man.
Yeah, and I think for the quarterback, David, that's one you just...
Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. Looking for room. It's Isaac. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Off the bootleg. Wants to throw it. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. And they fumbled the thing out of bounds, but they maintained possession, but it'll be right at the previous line of scrimmage.
Well, they got a really nice drive going on offense. They're on their opponent's side of the field, but you're not going to come away with any points if you turn it over. And they've got to do a better job of ball security. Very, very lucky that ball went out of bounds.
Ton of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. Looking to pass. It's Van Buren. Extending the play. He's going to fire to the left. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. The Hawaii offense returns to the field. He threw a pick on the initial drive, but they have it back, and we're still looking for our first points of the game. 9-yard pickup on the play. It's now 2nd and 1.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
The big pickup on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and 1. This time they'll throw it. Fires quickly. Crosses the 30. He's got away. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. Snap on 1st down. Wants to throw. He's going to run it. Trying to scramble his way free, but that defense does a great job, and there's no gain on the play.
Really good job by the defense getting to the quarterback and getting him on the ground for no gain. It's tough. Once you get there and get pressure, it's so hard to get these guys on the ground because they're elusive. Really good job wrapping them up and getting to the ground.
The run inside. It's Blaylock. A 3-yard gain there. It'll be 3rd and 7.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Couldn't set his feet.
Well, it's not quite the start this offense wanted to have on 3rd down. It's their first opportunity. That one falls incomplete. They're going to have to be better on those critical downs as this game goes on.
The Rainbow Warriors will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Searching for space. He only needs a sliver of daylight. And there he goes. Touchdown, Bulls! Special teams proving to be special. Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. So his big play capability was on full display in that one as he took that punt back for the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Blaylock. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Hawaii will get things going as their offense makes its way onto the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Brought down at the 25 after he picked up 10.
In most offenses, man, it's about controlling the line of scrimmage, getting the run game going. And when you got a back that's averaging over 5 yards a touch, like, I'm not great at math, guys, but every 2 touches I'm getting a first down, I'd say the offense will be in a really good position all game long.
They'll snap it from the 25 here on first down. Here comes the heat. Got him downfield. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down.
And you talk about just being a pain in the butt. This guy, he can just scramble, move, throw it on the run, and his ability to extend the play was the reason for the conversion right there, Palmer.
Yeah, and David, I like the idea that he kept his eyes down the field, right? With his speed, there's a lot of guys in his position that would have just taken off and tried to go get it with their legs, but he gave the play a chance. He allowed the routes to develop and let everybody work the scramble drill to find a big-time completion.
He's got enough. On the move at the 30. He's loose down the left side. Touchdown, Rainbow Warriors. And once he got away from the knee, they had no shot at catching it.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. This USF offense will open this drive right here. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field and score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I'd have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have ran a better route.
Back to pass. It's Van Buren. Catch in the middle. It's Isaac. Breaks into the open. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense. And it seems to be a lot easier for the quarterback to find this guy than it is for the defense.
Yeah, and I think this is a guy, Reese, that you can split him out. You can feel comfortable getting the football as many ways as possible because he is one of those matchup problems. Linebackers aren't going to be able to run with him, so try to find ways to maximize that little guy's speed and athletic ability.
The Wildcat created an alley, picked up a few, still some work to do for the first down. And the Bulls can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Looking for a gap. It's Isaac. There to stop him at the 43, but he gets 5 and moves the sticks.
On second down defensively, I'm always like, hey, let's get to third down. Really good job by the offense. It's like, nah, we're going to stick this run right down your throat, get the first down on second down. We don't need third downs.
They'll move the tight end. Quarterback signaling to his guys. Drops back on first down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
Well, we're only in the first quarter, but already this defense is making their presence felt. We've seen time and time again their ability to rush the passer and get hits on this QB. His toughness is going to get tested.
They'll need a bunch on second down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Out wide left, it's Isaac. Makes the catch, and he's free. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down. The Bulls come to the line with a new set of downs. Scanning the field, it's Van Buren. Right side, it's Isaac.
And listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
The run to the left. Stopped right there. Following that run, we have a player who is shaken up. They're out there taking a look at this sophomore defensive back, and we hope he's able to get back in the action shortly. Let's see what they've dialed up on 3rd and long from the 22. Tight end now in motion. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. That 3rd down pass was coming in hot before it fell to the ground.
I know that one falls incomplete, but I love the idea of finding ways to get this running back the ball, right? You can hand it off to him. He's got really good hands. Already has a few catches in this game. I think you keep trying to leak him out of the backfield and let him take advantage of this defense throwing the ball.
It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. And guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And he's not going to take a knee. Here he comes. He'll be out of bounds at the 23 after gambling and bringing it out of the end zone. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. Running inside, it's Blaylock. Quick spin on the run. They'll mark him out of bounds at about the 29-yard line. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. The fake and wants to throw. Takes the easy completion. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. That's the end of the period, and USF is on top. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. They've got a first down here to open the period. Trying to get the corner. The option, he'll keep it. Turning it on. He's at the 40. And he froze that defender. He thought he was going to pitch it, kept it himself, and turned it into a big play. They keep count of their number of explosive plays, and that last one has them set up 1st and 10 at the 19. Wide receiver comes in motion. Quick give. It's Blaylock. Got enough space. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line.
They're going to keep feeding this guy the football, guys. Over 100 yards rushing with that last carry now. We knew coming into this game today, they had to get the running game going. They had to be able to turn around, hand it off, and get pause.
Touchdown, Hawaii! And they take it in for 6 more points. They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they're up 14-10. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Bulls offense comes out ready to go to work. Looking for room, it's Isaac. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Sets his feet, it's Van Buren. He's got the tight end. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down. It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. They'll try to get the first through the air. Makes the grab. Oh, he's got some space. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down.
And that's why, as a former quarterback, man, I love these drag routes, because if you get the right coverage and it's man-to-man and someone gets picked or can't keep up with your receiver, you just put it out nicely in front of them. They're going to make the catch, and they're going to take it a long way. Really great execution. Nice job by the receiver creating separation, and beautiful throw out in front of the target.
And the Bulls come to the line in the hurry-up. Hands it off. Able to make the tackle, but not before he gets 5 yards down to the 21. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5.
And the offense has a little bit of success, and what do? They push that turbo button right back on the line, ready to run another play.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
And this is what's going to drive coaches crazy. It's mental errors, right? It doesn't take any talent or lack of talent to have that penalty. You just got to watch the ball, and when it's snapped, get after the quarterback.
The Bulls will snap it on 1st and 10. Trying to run, it's Isaac. Once for the tackle. They get him down, but he was driving his way and gets it down to the 7-yard line.
That's just a really nice job by the running back, making the first guy miss and going to get positive yards. This guy's got some wiggle, and you saw it on that play.
Direct snap. It's Bolden. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down. They can't pick up the first without scoring. The Rainbow Warriors call timeout. That's their first. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on 3rd down.
And this defense has got to be jacked up, man. They finally forced the 4th down, right? They've gotten a couple of first downs, got some things going, but I think it's decision time for this offense. And this D's got to do it one more time, right? They've got to get another play, a big 4th down stop here to get some of that momentum and get the football back.
Well, it's a heck with being conservative, right? I mean, that essentially would have just been a chip shot field goal with where they were on that 4th down, but they decided to go for it, throw it. They're looking for 6. They're going for a touchdown. They are being aggressive.
A first down run on the doorstep. They were all over it.
This is what you love to see from your red zone defense now. You're making the opponent go backwards. Really nice stop on the run, a TFL. Now you got a big 2nd down. Here probably expecting the offense to throw it with a little bit more room to work with.
Looking for a man. It's Van Buren. Big guy smells it. And he's going to take it into the end zone. Touchdown, USF. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. 75 yards on the touchdown drive. And they finish it up with a 3-yard scoring toss. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Straight ahead, it's Blaylock. There he goes. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy on the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. Wonder if they'll be conservative on 1st and 10. Off the boot, looking for his man. It's complete on the right side. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
And that's a nice job by the offense, man. I love when offenses can go 5 wide, spread the formation, find the matchup they want. This time, it's the running back turned wide receiver. They get him the football, and he does the rest and gets upfield. But nice job spreading the formation and really making the defense make a decision.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
And I like a good check down as much as anybody. Survey the field, don't make a mistake, check it down to your running back, let him do the rest. But there was 2 guys right next to him. So that was actually a little bit of a dangerous throw, but you could tell they were definitely locked in, and they were not going to let that running back catch that football and go anywhere after the catch.
Now they've moved it just inside the 40. First and 10 from the 39. Got his man. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down.
That's a first down for the offense.
And the Rainbow Warriors, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Motion from the wide receiver. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. He's stopped and forced out of bounds just short of the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 11.
And, man, you love to see that from this offense, coming out and answering, right? Like putting a drive together. Their defense just gave up a touchdown, but you want to snatch the momentum back. Nice job putting a little bit of a drive together. Now let's go cap this thing off with a touchdown.
You got to love the physicality up front by the defense there, allowing only a minimum gain. These are big bodies on the D-line. They eat up blocks, allow the linebackers to run free and make stops.
Rush right in his face. Makes a catch. And he won't be able to get in as the defense gets him down at the 1. The Bulls use their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Hawaii calls its second timeout. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. Throws it off the RPO. They will score! Touchdown, Hawaii!
Man, I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Tackled and brought down at the 23-yard line, so not a whole lot of room on that return. They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. They'll send the back in motion. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got. On the direct snap, it's Bolden. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage, and we'll see if they're content to run out the clock here in the first half. We thought we'd see a little Wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Back has it. Got his man. They finally make the stop, and the defense out of sorts against that Wildcat, and they give up a big play. Timeout taken by the offense. It's their second. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. They used a chunk play to cross midfield, and they've got it first and 10 just outside the 40. Fresh set of downs going up top. Going back to the well, another deep ball. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
Well, early in this drive, they're staying aggressive. Last play, they had the big completion. On the third snap, they take another shot, just couldn't come up with a completion.
Second and long here. Looking downfield very late in the half. Unloads to the right. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum.
And they'll take over 1st and 10.
This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Sells the run, looking to pass. Rolls right. He'll pull it down and run. He scrambled forward and got a few and turned that into a positive play. As we close in on halftime, a timeout is taken here. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. On the direct snap, it's Bussey. Across the 40, out of bounds at the 41, and a big pickup has this offense on the move. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Men, thanks. A busy day, so let's waste no time and get you updated on Week 3 action around college football. We start with a look at Utah, taking on the number 24 team, the Washington Huskies. And it's the Utes in front against this heavyweight of an opponent today. It's early still, but this one has the potential to really shake up the rankings.
Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19.
Here now some other games you may have interest in. Social media certainly does. Inside Sunbelt.
South Florida has it back, and the Bulls offense will return to the field. A big reason they find themselves trailing to start the second half, those 2 turnovers in the first.
Yeah, and I think coaches will tell you the number one thing that you got to make sure you do is take care of the football. You want to create explosives, you want to put up a bunch of yards, but step one, Jesse, taking care of the football.
It just goes to show you how critical those mistakes are. Only 2 plays. That's really what separates this team from potentially having the lead.
Pulls it in on the right. Off and running. The 10. Touchdown Bulls. With that, they grab the lead here in the second half. Ready to try the point after. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. He's going to take a chance from midway in his end zone. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. Hawaii has it back as they send the offense onto the field. So as soon as they step on the field here in the third quarter, they find themselves trailing, and now they'll try to answer with a score of their own. Great job to separate the ball from the receiver there.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Gets it across the 25. He'll step out at the 26 as this offense tries to grind out some yardage.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Facing a third down and short from the 26. Off the bootleg, looking to fire. On the run, deep down the right side. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down.
third and short like that on your own side of the field, you're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls incomplete.
Not a lot of room to make this catch. He got nothing on the return. Outstanding job there. South Florida ready to send the offense back onto the field. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. To throw, it's Van Buren. Back's got it on the screen. And the screen goes nowhere. They stop him for no gain on the play.
And I love linebackers, man. They just have a nose for the football, an absolute feel. Great job not losing vision, feeling the running back start to come out of the backfield to catch the football, and then doing the most important part. Probably the hardest, too, getting him on the ground.
Picked off. What a play to set him up. He was thinking big return, didn't get that, but boy, did he give his offense an opportunity at the 31. Let's see what this offense has dialed up this time. First play of this drive. Can't hold on in the face of the contact.
Well, you can see the frustration on this guy's face. He's one of the best receivers in college football, and they knew coming into this game that he had to get touches, but you can't say enough about how good this defense has been defending him. They've always had an answer, whether it's single coverage, double coverage, man or zone. They have not let him go off, and that's a big reason why they're winning this game.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. From the gun, it's Blaylock. Got the first down. Knocked out of bounds. They're in the red zone. Mark it at the 17, and they are set up.
And, man, this is more of the same for this dude toting the pill. Like, they keep giving it to him, and he keeps producing. Another chunk play. Like, I don't expect that they'll change much to do with this offense because every time they give it to him, he's chewing up some yards, and good things are happening.
Well, it's important in this game this offense gets the running back involved out in the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. He picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
Grabs it. Good throwing catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. The Rainbow Warriors have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. From the gun, he'll try to throw. Caught. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
Man, what a great play by that cornerback. There's so much space out here in football, the way they spread you out, but to be able to break on the football when it's thrown and those quick passes like that, nice job by the corner.
Just steamrolling the defense. And he's in. Touchdown, Rainbow Warriors.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back, knowing if they get down into this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he stopped right there. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give him a different look. On the direct snap, it's Bolden. Wildcat look didn't get much. Picked up a few on that one.
Nice first down defense. Great job being physical, understanding the chances of run are high. They come up, they get the back on the ground, forcing a second down and long situation.
Long way to go on second down. Looking to throw, it's Van Buren. Look out! Left side is Smith. Able to haul it in, but right to the ground he goes, only a pickup of a couple.
Yeah, and I tell you what, when you stick these fast suckers in the slot, they don't have to be big. But you get those guys that are so quick in the slot, they can get great matchups, and I can get the ball to them quick because they're such dynamic playmakers.
They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25.
Here we go. Over.
From the gun, wants to pass. Stepping to the right. He'll try to do it himself. And he gets it right on the cusp, maybe a few pebbles short of a first down on that football. I see the closed fist from the ref. It'll be 4th down.
Really nice job by the defense that time. 3rd down, they're expecting pass, but they also know that this quarterback is dangerous.
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. On 4th. He's not going to get there. The defense was sure tackling to stop him a few yards short.
And listen, obviously, at this area of the field, it's a question, it's a debate whether or not you go for that on 4th down. At the end of the day, though, I think this coach believes in his own playmakers, and he's got guys on offense that he feels can make a play in that type of situation, and he's got confidence in him. That time they weren't able to come up with it. Be curious to see what this guy does if they're in a similar situation as this game moves on.
They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. Can hang on after the hit, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
And this is great sudden change defense right now. Of course, this drive started with their backs against the wall. They've now forced 2 straight incompletions. If they can make one more big play here and avoid giving up a touchdown, man, that is a win.
3rd play of the drive, and they need to take advantage of this field position by making something happen on 3rd and long. Unloads to the wideout. Misses again. It's incomplete, and that's 3 in a row.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started, in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
What a disappointment. No good. After the miss, the lead is still 4.
Hey, sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal, miss, make, rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Just smothered on the play.
And I've been impressed with this defense physically. Like their physical domination of the line of scrimmage. Just the run game has been pretty non-existent so far. And man, when you control the run game, a lot of times you can control offenses.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Looking to throw, it's Van Buren. Back's got it on the screen. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning.
Well, they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field. You saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though, how quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Shoots it to the left. And that is interception number 3 on the day. He stopped not much on the return, but a whole lot in getting the football.
Well, coming out of the tunnel in the 3rd quarter, this quarterback now is really struggling with his decision-making. 2 picks here in the 3rd quarter. This looks like Jekyll and Hyde from what we saw in the first half.
Well, and the bad thing is they're going to be in passing situations. They're coming from behind. They're going to need him to play better. Like, he's going to have to read the field better and make some plays if they want to get back in this football game.
Well, we're not quite in the 4th quarter yet. We're almost there, but you're seeing the attitude shift now for this offense. They've got the lead, so they've got to be able to run the football. You're going to see a lot more of that, I think, as this game keeps going on. They're trying to wear this defense down when the game is almost over.
Rush is on. He just throws it away, and I think the flag's going to be coming in. There it is. Still 3rd down, but a little less manageable after that penalty. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Fires to the wideout. What a job to lay out and make the catch.
Man, I love the catch radius on this guy. If you just put it somewhere near his body, he's going to be able to reel it in. That was a phenomenal job, showing you his athleticism and also his concentration, making that outstanding grab.
From the gun, running back gets to give. They'll get him on the ground, but he takes it all the way down to the 10.
Tackle on the play at the 10-yard line.
We've reached the end of the period, and Hawaii is on top. They're sitting in a strong position here with the lead. Let's take a look at our game summary. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage at 2nd and goal. On that play, if the running back doesn't see the hole where it's supposed to be, how important is it for him to at least try to stay on track a little bit?
Really important. Try to stay on track, get north-south, and that's fine if we only lose a yard or if we gain 2 yards, but let's not run backwards where now we start putting ourselves in a negative situation on the next down.
Back's looking for the goal line. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
I like the aggressiveness by this defense. You've got to play tight on the wide receivers. There's not a lot of space on the field. You've got to be aggressive, and you've got to make tackles.
They've pushed it forward down to the 5, but now looking at 3rd and goal. They think there's room to run to the right here. Touchdown, Hawaii! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They tack a little more onto this lead, and they're on their way to a 3-0 start.
You know, good teams just know how to close games out, and you're seeing that right now with this team, right? Their defense just had a massive takeaway. The offense able to capitalize on that with a touchdown, so they've padded their lead, and this just speaks to, I think, the experience in the locker room and also the playmakers they have. This game is starting to feel like a blowout.
USF offense will open this drive right here. Time is running short. They've let this game get away from them a little bit. They must get something done here to have a chance to pull it out late. Crosses the 30 to the 31, a 6-yard gain. 6-yard pickup on 1st down, leaves him with 2nd and 4. Sets his feet, it's Van Buren. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. Thought he saw some daylight, but this defense closed quickly, maybe picked up 1 on the play.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative, and that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield, nothing there, so instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
Under pressure. He's got it. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the 1st down.
And his offense is going to have to come up clutch, man. Like late in the football game, you are trailing. This is why you get paid the big bucks. This is why the quarterback is the glamour position. Like, you've got to trust him. He's got to come through. They got to put a few drives together here to get back in this football game.
Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. 2nd and long here. Here's the snap, looking to throw. This one's complete. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. And the Bulls are moving quickly down the field. Fresh center downs going to the air. Escapes the pressure going right. Throwing on the run. Snags it inside the 20. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17. The Bulls moving quickly to the line. Maybe some confusion on the snap count there. That's maybe what caused the false start. Either way, the offense is penalized. Concentration is key. Have to know the snap count. The false start backs him up. It's 1st and 15. They'll send the tight end in motion. Looking downfield, it's Van Buren. Caught over the middle, it's Isaac. Makes the grab and down immediately. He picks up a few.
And man, you gotta love that from your corner. Willing to pull the trigger right away. Obviously, the running back slips out of the backfield. They throw him the football, but he doesn't waste any time. He doesn't hesitate, pulls the trigger, runs at him, makes the nice tackle, and gets the stop.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. Wants to throw it. Unloads to the wideout. Makes the grab. And he wanted to score badly, but the defense wrestles him down at the 2. The Rainbow Warriors call timeout. That's their first. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got. On the snap, it's Bolden. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Bulls. Now they'll try to get the 2 and make it a 3-point game late. From the gun. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted.
I love the coverage by the defense right here. Great job getting up in their space. Nothing easy down here for a 2-point conversion. The interception was just great.
The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. The Rainbow Warriors offense comes out ready to go on the attack. That last score the defense allowed made it a one-possession game, and there is plenty of pressure to have a productive drive here. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down.
And I think if you're the head coach, defensively now, obviously, you've got 3 timeouts in your back pocket. You're trailing at this point, and the offense is going to be running the football, trying to bleed the clock.
They've got a first down here. What a start it's been to this season. We've got a great game here. Close ball game, fourth quarter. Couldn't ask for anything more. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
And after that negative play on offense with the lead late in the game, I think there's still ways that you can be creative and run the football, but not be so obvious. So zone read type plays, fake dives and pitches to the running back to get him outside, jet sweeps. You can find other ways to keep the clock moving, even though the defense knows you're going to run it.
Oh, pressure's coming. Makes the grab on the left. Brought down at the 47-yard line after the 15-yard pickup. So they'll use a timeout here. 1 more remaining, and, of course, the 2-minute stoppage coming up as well. And the Rainbow Warriors will snap it on 1st and 10. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock.
Well, this offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the first down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
2-minute timeout arrives, and this defense desperately needs to get the football back. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. They give it back to him. They make the tackle, but not before he picks up the first down. The defense quickly calls a timeout, trying to save as much clock as possible. $1:57 left.
And that's not a surprise to anybody, including the defense, that they turn and they give it to their running back, who they've been giving it to all game long. Up front, the offensive line, they deserve a ton of credit. Blocked and paved the way. This rushing attack has been lethal, and I'm not surprised that's how they end this football game.
And that's the kind...
Oh, a lot of space. Touchdown, Hawaii. Great job by the back on the option. That lead's a little more comfortable now as they close in on a victory here in week 3. And with the extra point, the lead is a dozen here in the 4th. So that was a 6-play, 75-yard drive. And he closed the deal by racing 35 yards to pay dirt. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Direct snap. It's Bolden. And it's picked off for the 4th time today. Breaks into the open. Touchdown, Rainbow Warriors. This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead. They'll try to tack one more on their score. And no problem on the extra point as they push the lead to 19 here in the 4th. Looks like he's going to try to return it. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Takes the handoff. It's Isaac. He's gotten the first down. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32.
I know it hasn't been the type game statistically this running back was hoping to have up to this point. He's been getting shut down. Finally, he's able to break through for a big one. And sometimes, you know, it just takes one. It takes one run like that to get his confidence back, to get the offensive line's confidence back. Let's see what happens with this offense now moving forward.
And guys, I'm trying to find a way to be up here and be positive, and I guess here's how I'm going to be positive. At least the other team didn't catch it, because he's thrown it to the other team a lot today. It's been a struggle in the passing game. I'm not sure, guys, if it's not decision time to go to the other guy to see what he can do, because this passing attack has not been great.
Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. Motion from the wideout. Turning it on at the 20. Touchdown, South Florida. Once he got some room, it was over. On to attempt the try. Smashes it through for the PAT. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. They're definitely up against it. Time running out, down 2 possessions. They'll try the onside kick. The hands team eliminating any potential drama with the onside kick, and the clock is going to run out on this one. Hawaii ready to go back to work on offense. Now the chance to take a knee and just put the finishing touches on this victory.
Yeah, and this offense has done their job, man. They've been so productive, built the lead. Listen, their defense has pulled their weight as well, but now, Jesse, you get to exhale, you get to breathe, and you know we got the W, and we played well.
And we got to think about where we're taking our girlfriend and parents for dinner, right? What side are we ordering with our giant steak? We've earned it in this game. Now it's time to go celebrate.
Wants to throw one first. They're all over it. And it's a sack. Hawaii calls it second timeout. And they'll still have one timeout left at their disposal.
And the defense is finally able to find an answer for this quarterback's legs. He's been killing them early in the game, already over 40 yards rushing. Here we are now, though, in the second half. And it looks like they've made a few adjustments. That time, they were able to get in the backfield, get to him, and bring him to the ground.
Second down, gonna throw it. Here comes the heat. And they got him.
Well, here we are late in the game. In this secondary, they are still covered. They forced the QB to hold on to it, and then he bailed out, trying to buy himself more time. Because he couldn't get rid of the football so quickly early, that allowed the pass rush to get to him.
On third and long, you'll need to push it downfield. He ended up losing yardage on the play, and that'll bring up fourth down.
Great job by the defense there tackling the catch. If that receiver breaks a tackle, he's getting the first down. So nice job by the defense surrounding the ball carrier and getting him to the ground.
What a show both of these teams put on today. Couple of outstanding squads, hotly contested battle all the way to the very end.
Yeah, we came into this one expecting this to be a back-and-forth battle. We knew it was going to go down late into the fourth quarter. At the end of the day, the higher-ranked team, David, they were really able to lean on those playmakers and that leadership they've got in the locker room.
Yeah, and now I think even more so, you're starting to believe in them. They're battle-tested. This team they find a way to get things done. That's why they're ranked where they're at, and I expect this team to stay in contention for the college football playoff because they're proving week in and week out they're a really good squad.